Hey, Mike, I got a question for you. When you're messing around in Canva and you're doing a thumbnail for Uncovered, what is the font that you use? It's Futura, right?
Futura, yeah.
But what's the Futura setting?
Oh, geez, isn't it like 6969?
No, it's Futura bold. Producer. Welcome to the Fantasy Forecast with Granberg and Bigs. I'm Biggs. He is Granberg. Schultzy is back there somewhere on the ones and twos. I went a long way for that little intro, which I am apt to do at sometimes. But I'm kind of I'm discombobulated right now. I got distracted on a short timer in a draft, and I got auto-drafted Stephon Diggs. And some of the people that went after him, Lamar Jackson, DJ Moore, Michael Pittman, Devontae Smith, Tank Dell, Trey McBride. I'm so mad right now. But we're here to talk about our bold predictions for the running back. So go ahead and like the show. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and we love having you here. And find us on Fantasy Sports Advice Network. If you're already over there, then you know where to go. Am I right? All right, let's get this thing started. I'm going with a bold prediction, and anybody who is a watcher of this show that has seen many episodes knows who I'm going to be talking about forthwith, and that is Las Vegas Raiders running back Zamir White. I know it's getting to the point where it's boring, but I just redid something today and figured out that I was wrong in that I had him pegged at 4.2 yards per carry in his 4-week audition at the end of last season. In fact, he averaged 4.67 yards per carry. My prediction or the extrapolation based on his carry total puts him a little north of 350 carries, and at 4.67 yards per carry, that gets him right in the realm of 1,600 yards. He's not going to get 350 carries. That's not my bold prediction. I think Christian McCaffrey led the league in carries last year, and he had 283. Don't check my numbers on that, but it's something pretty close to that. So yeah, that he's not going to hit that. I'm not saying that. However, let me draft Hermandre real quick. Boop. All right. My bold prediction is that Zamir White is going to finish the season as the RB10 based on my research. My second bold prediction, and this one's a little bit bolder, and again, another one that I've talked about on the show before. Alvin Kamara of the New Orleans Saints. Clint Kubiak is running that offense now. He's the one calling the plays. Who's over in San Francisco where Clint Kubiak is coming from? Christian McCaffrey. What does McCaffrey do? McCaffrey constantly breaks out as the RB1, especially in that system. Alvin Kamara is set up to do just that. He's going to finish as the RB3. We know that based on his points per game from last season, when you take I want to say he played in 14 games, that put him at RB7. He's got a better offensive line this year, and Clint Kubiak is there running the ship. So Alvin Kamara is going to finish as RB3. What do you got for us, Mike?
Well, I got my first bold prediction, and I'm going to get Schultzy on here to talk about it afterwards. We're going to talk about Kenneth Walker. Schultzy, where are you, man? Oh, wake up.
Hey, I'm here. Don't worry.
Hey, buddy. It's good to see you, man. Yeah, I'm going to talk a little Kenneth Walker, and then I'm going to get
warmer, Mike.
Yeah, my blood, my blood's finally getting back to my core organs now, so we're good. Yeah, let's go. I'm going to talk about Kenneth Walker, and then I'm going to see if you agree with me or disagree. I'm going to talk about him finishing as a top 8 running back.
I hate you. I wish you were
so mean.
The bottom of none of it.
Not gonna. You guys are jerks. All right. Well, if you really want to strike fantasy gold, look at for Kenneth Walker. He is an electrifying running back, and we are looking for a standout 2024 season ahead. Despite, Zach Charbonnet coming in last year, Walker proved his dominance with a top 5 team carry share, solidifying his role as a key offensive weapon. His ability to force missed tackles, leading the NFL in this category since his draft, demonstrates his unparalleled efficiency and elusive running style. The arrival of new offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb is set to further enhance his prospects. I'm telling you, Grubb is going to be very, very good for Kenneth Walker, and I think he plans to use the dynamic playmaker in a pass-heavy offense and will likely lead to lighter defensive boxes in front, creating more explosive opportunities for Walker. This shift could elevate him to the level of running backs like Nick Chubb of the past and Derrick Henry, but a significantly lower draft cost. Kenneth Walker's combination of raw talent, favorable opportunities, and the potential for a greater efficiency makes him a top-tier fantasy pick in 2024. I got on that poised to deliver a top 8 finish. Schultzy, what do you got on Kenneth Walker?
I think top 8's pretty fair, man. I'm not a Charbonnet guy, and they already mentioned that they want to use him as a 3-down back, like you mentioned. And this dude is just a game breaker. You saw it all the way back to his time at Michigan State his last year. And it's translated in the league his rookie year. He took over multiple games on his own, and just, put the offense on his back. And here we go, Kenneth Walker time. He had that ankle injury last year, really slowed him down. And he's obviously healthy this year. He's a very good running back at making dudes miss, which is huge. Like it's a good stat to predict how a running back's going to perform in the NFL, because if he can make a dude miss on his own, that's just kind of a trait you can't teach someone. And on top of that, he also has the breakaway speed. He's been clocked at over 22 miles an hour as a ball carrier. And so he can do it all, and he's going to get more targets this year than we're used to seeing. So I'm all in on Kenneth Walker resurgence.
I'm all in.
Pushing his chips in. Thanks, Schultzy. Appreciate the feedback there. Now, I'm going to talk about a guy that is coming into a new situation, and I got a bold prediction.
I'm good at pushing my chips in.
We're good at pushing your chip, guy. Yeah, look at this guy. Shout out to Bigs for finishing second at the Fantasy Football Expo Football Guys Poker Tournament.
I mean, if you want to parse things out, yeah, you can say second. I prefer to say Final Showdown.
Final Showdown, winner of the signed Jamar Chase jersey. It's a beaut hanging back there. Now, you know who else is a beaut? The beaut I'm going to be talking about is Kamani Vidal.
Okay. And Mike, who didn't win that poker tournament?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't win nothing.
Well, technically, you didn't either, Biggs.
Well, if you want to pick nits, winning, I was, Final Showdown. Same thing.
You know who's going to win? Kamani Vidal is going to win the starting job for the Chargers by the end of the year. That's my bold prediction. And he's currently listed as the third running back on the depth chart behind Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins. But don't let that fool you. Vidal has shown enough talent and promise to quickly rise through the ranks. Although he didn't play in the Chargers preseason finale, the absence could actually be a positive sign, indicating that the team is already confident in his place on the roster. His impressive performance during the preseason, where he led the team in rushing yards and showcases receiving skills, suggest he's ready to make an impact. He was exceptional at Troy. He had a school record, 1,600 yards, 14 touchdowns. The current running back situation with the Chargers presents a golden opportunity for Vidal, despite being a 6th-round pick. He's only got a situation like J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards to overcome. So I think that's a very clear path to dominance. And I think his blend of, his college pedigree, his current opportunity, and the potential to have a significant role makes him a prime candidate for the Chargers to make him the starting running back by the end of the year. So I'm putting that out on a limb. I'm saying Vidal will be the starting running back for the Chargers.
Wow. He's got quite a hurdle to leap. I I think so. But I don't hate your bold prediction. That's a good one.
It's a bold one.
Yeah. So if you want more bold predictions from us, where would you go?
I don't know. Is there some sort of website or something like that people can?
We are here. We are here. FantasySportsAdvice.com, offering the best fantasy sports social media platform. Why join endless Discord communities or the trolls of Reddit? Fantasy Sports Advice is a community designed to help you win with 24/7 support. Go to FantasySportsAdvice.com and become a pro member for unlimited access. Again, go to FantasySportsAdvice.com today.
I would have go to fantasytalk.com and find out where that guy learned how to do his voiceovers. That's phenomenal. All right. My spotlight bold prediction. We've spent the last 3 episodes. We've covered a total of let's see, we're coming up on number 17 and 18 in this series. And one of the things that I've noticed is that we keep talking about what guys are going to do. Now, my bold prediction, I'm going to talk about what a guy is not going to do. That's called a curveball. We say that's a baseball term. And you can actually find baseball content at Fantasy Sports Advice Network. So go to there. So my bold prediction is that Bijan Robinson is not going to finish in the top 5. All right. When I look at the running back landscape and I look at Bijan Robinson, what I don't see is somebody who is going to carry the target share that's necessary for him to jump up into that top 5 role. I see Breece Hall doing it. Okay, that's one. I see Christian McCaffrey doing it. That's another one. I see I see Travis Etienne doing it. That's number 3. I see Alvin Kamara doing it. That's number 4. I see Jonathan Taylor doing it. That's number 5. That leaves Bijan Robinson out. Sorry. He does have a more competent quarterback this year, but that just means that there's going to be more targets to Kyle Pitts and Drake London and Darnell Mooney. And, I love Bijan Robinson. His talent is through the roof. I just don't see the volume for him, and at best, he's going to be RB6. That's my bold prediction.
That is bold because a lot of people are really high on him, and I don't. It's a tough one to peg on.
Come see me in January. What?
He's ready.
Come see me in January. What? I'll have receipts.
Yeah. Do it. Now, I got a bold prediction too here that might turn on my face because I wrote this before the move happened yesterday, but I'm still pretty confident in Isaiah Pacheco finishing as a top 5. Top 5 running back as my bold prediction. He's primed for a breakout season, and it will solidify him as a top running back in the league. Despite finishing as the PPR RB15 last season, his performance was a mere glimpse of what he was capable of. His advanced metrics were impressive, ranking among the top in key categories like rush yards over expected and explosive run rate. This season, with an expanded role and increased opportunities, Pacheco is poised to significantly outperform the stats he previously had last season. Historically, running backs in Andy Reid systems who receive significant touches have excelled. We know guys like Brian Westbrook, Jamal Charles, LaShawn McCoy, even Kareem Hunt were very prolific in an Andy Reid offense, and his situation is pretty good right now. The departure of Jerick McKinnon, they did, however, bring in Samaje Perine yesterday, and he will play a role in the passing game, but I ain't too concerned about him. I think that Pacheco has what it takes, and he's discovered, and he's demonstrated his capability in this role, and if he averages 20 touches a game, 100 yards, that is well within his range. He was doing it last year. I think he could improve on that. His talent is there, and I think he's set to make a major leap with his proven ability. So my bold prediction is Isaiah Pacheco finishing as a top 5 running back.
There you go. Picking a Chief again.
I do. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I have a Raider in there, so I can't really say anything.
Yeah, buddy.
So So yeah, every Thursday night after the Thursday night football game, TNF as the cool kids call it, we have PAT. That's points after Thursday, and that is a fantasy forecast derivative with your favorite hosts, this guy and that guy and Schultzy.
This guy.
That guy. So tune in for that because that is going to be a live stream. These are recorded episodes, and we're still going to be coming at you with our starts and sits for the year. I don't know the schedule, but I'm going to be live on Sunday mornings giving you the injury updates and the starts and sits and stuff. You're gonna want to download TikTok. That's all I'm saying. But that's independent. That has nothing to do with Fantasy Sports Advice Network.
Shit is about to go down.
Fantasy Sports Advice Network. We are going to be bringing you the starts and sits content that you need every Sunday morning. We're going to have the post game live on Thursday nights. So make sure that you are all hooked up on the platforms and everything, and then it's just an easy click. And you'll be right there with us, asking us questions, getting involved. We'd love to have you there, and we can't wait for all of that to get launched. And it's coming next week. As this episode drops, it might be like tonight.
Boing.
Or last night.
Who knows?
Or tomorrow. So so join us, will you? And we'd love to have you. I'm at Big Boned at FFB on Twitter. Schultzy's in the middle, SCHU1TZY. And Granberg's on the other side at FF Canuck 99 because he's Canadian. He also got me this sick lid. Oh my God. It's just clean AF white. It's the Winnipeg Jets. That's in Manitoba. That's part of our that's our hat. Canada's our hat. And he surprised me with it at the expo, and I was flummoxed and appreciative. I love it. I love this hat. Yeah, that's all I got. I hope you win.
Hope you win.
Hope you win.